Guys and girls, thank you so much for being a part of this video tonight. I am live streaming right now, so we're doing a little bit of an impromptu recording, but we're talking about games you should buy for the 3DS before the eShop closes forever. You know, with the recent announcement that Nintendo is closing up their eShop starting May of this year of 2022. You're not going to be able to use your debit card or credit card anymore to make purchases. Starting in August, you cannot use eShop cards to make purchases, and starting in March of next year, you're not going to be able to do anything with the eShop. So you'll be able to re-download games as of March of next year, but you simply will not be able to go onto the eShop and make purchases anymore. And that's actually starting sooner than we expected. That's happening officially May of this year. So what we're talking about, you guys, is a collection of games that I decided to pop out. We might have a part 2 to this video, depending on how many or what the reception is to it. So if you can please leave a like, you guys will be helping me out a lot and letting me know if you want to see a part 2 of this. But I'm gonna go through a collection of games that I have right here with me, and we're gonna go through games I believe you should buy now while they're affordable, because going forward these games are gonna be highly collectible, and I recommend you to buy them now. And then we're gonna have a second part to the video of games that I believe are gonna be released in one way or another on the Switch or their Switch online service. So thank you guys and girls so much for being here. Let's go. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. First game we're gonna look at is called Steel Diver. Holy Diver. I actually got this game for $2, but Steel Diver for the 3DS. I believe this is gonna be collectible because this is one of those games that utilized the 3DS's touch screen, and this cannot be easily remade for the Switch at all or any other console. Steel Diver is gonna be the first one I'm going to recommend, and you guys can let me know in the chat during the stream what games you recommend, and your comments will be visible here for others to see, and then we'll go over the comments in a little bit, you guys. Steel Diver, the first one. The next game is Codename Steam. The reason I say this is a good game to pick up right now is because it wasn't very popular when it came out. So it doesn't really make sense for Nintendo to try to re-release it in one way or another if the reception wasn't good enough when it first came out. So this is another game I would recommend, Codename Steam on the 3DS. Really fun game. It was for strategy fans. Let me know in the chat if you guys enjoyed it. Another one we're looking at, it's an RPG for my RPG fans up in the house, Fantasy Life. Another game that didn't really get a big reception when it came out, so I do believe this is going to be the last iteration we'll see for it, Fantasy Life. And this one is actually kind of surprising because, to believe it or not, you guys, I actually do think we'll see this game eventually pop up again in the future on a Nintendo console. But right now, it's going for $50 used on GameStop's website, used. And the game is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire for the 3DS. The fact that this game is already going for a lot used right now, you should make the jump if you find it pretty cheap. I would recommend making the jump right now. This next one is one of my personal favorites, Samus Returns. Samus Returns on the 3DS. I recommend, if you guys can get the special edition especially, I would recommend getting this one, the one that comes with the soundtrack, the special edition one. It's gonna jump up in price for sure. So yeah, this one comes with the with the soundtrack. I'm a huge Metroid fan. I love Metroid so much. We got any Metroid fans in the house? But the special edition comes with the disc, the music disc. Sometimes I'll put this disc in my car and I'll just bump to it while I'm getting to work. I'm just like, okay, this next one is a game you can actually play on the Wii, but the fact that it relies a lot on its 3D elements of the 3DS, I think is gonna be something they're not gonna re-release, I don't believe, on the Switch or anytime soon. There is a really fun Wii U game, and we know that the Wii U shop is closing, but that's probably a topic for another video if you guys want to see another one, which is a Donkey Kong Country on the Wii U. Tropical Freeze was a fun one, but this was a remake that came out on the 3DS, a remake of the Wii version, and it is Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. This is something I don't think is gonna pop up anytime soon. In fact, I think this is gonna be the last thing we see about Returns. Like I said, this was a complete remake from the Wii version, and so I don't see Nintendo re-releasing this one. Another one that depended a lot on the dual screen elements of the 3DS is Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Your second screen was utilized a lot in this game, so I don't see this getting re-released. This would be another one I recommend getting. And this one's still cheap, I think. The last time I checked, it was 20 bucks. Another game is actually already available on Nintendo's online service right now, and it is Ocarina of Time. However, the thing with the 3DS version of it is that the whole game is in 3D. So, like I said, any game that has 3D elements, especially remasters of games or re-releases that depended on this 3D element of the game, you're not really going to be able to play this again. But like I said, this is the exact same game that you would play on the N64 or on Nintendo's online service, but the fact that you're not going to have the 3D aspect of it is what makes it highly collectible to me. This next game was a GameStop exclusive, and it is a lesser known game. And I do believe like the lesser known games are going to be the ones that are highly collectible later on in life, you know, just because it had a really popular following in the present doesn't necessarily make that game more valuable in the future. You guys have seen time and time again older games that have ceased production that originally were very unpopular are highly collectible right now. And I believe this is one of those games. It's called Crush 3D, and this originally was a GameStop exclusive. Developed and published by Sega, and I got it for $3. Hopefully you guys can still find it for cheap right now. If you can get it sealed, even better. And this totally utilized the 3D element of the 3DS, so you don't want to pick it up if you get a chance. This other one is another, this game is published by Nintendo, but it's another game that didn't get much press and wasn't very popular when it came out. You actually were able to get it with a special amiibo. I'm talking about Chibi Robo. Do we have any Chibi Robo fans in the house? We're talking about Chibi Robo Ziplash. It's another one you're going to want to get if you haven't had the chance to do so. The game itself is kind of fun, and you can use the Chibi Robo amiibo that it comes with. It came with the Chibi Robo amiibo. You can actually use it to unlock some bonus content. You can transform into a golden version of Chibi Robo, turning into Super Chibi Robo. That's what the amiibo does. So yeah, this is another one I would recommend. Another game that was $2 when I got it. But guys, I'm telling you, man, these lesser known games are the ones you're gonna wanna jump on. Dream Trigger 3D. This is actually one of the launch window games for the 3DS. Dream Trigger 3D. It relied a lot on the 3D element. If you guys played this game in 2D, I don't think you would like it so much. It's the 3D element that really made this game come alive. Okay. And the last one for this video that I wanted to recommend you guys buy if you're a collector, or if you want to... The fact is that the eShop is closing. It means a lot for collectors out there because they're looking at their 3DS collection right now, and I'm telling you guys, these prices are gonna jump up, so I'm trying to give you the heads up on these. This is a game that it's another remake of a Wii game. We're about to see a third version of this that was just recently announced via Nintendo's Direct. We're gonna see Xenoblade Chronicles 3. If you guys have played Xeno Chronicles in the past, it's a fun RPG game. But there was one that was exclusive to the new 3DS, and it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And this is a faithful remake of the one that came out on the Wii, but the difference, of course, is, again, that 3D little icon here. And it was only playable on the new Nintendo 3DS. Alright, so those are the games I recommend right now you guys buy if you're a collector. I wouldn't try to spend... Don't go broke buying these games, like I said. I'm just saying, be on the lookout for those. Don't resell them so soon. Hold on to them. And this second group of games, before I jump into the chat and see what you guys are saying, the second group of games, there's not very many, but I think these eventually will come to the Switch online service. And these games are ones that can actually get remade using a 2D interface, like for the Switch, right? Kirby Triple Deluxe, really fun game, but it didn't really utilize it utilized the 3D to a certain extent, but I don't think it's necessary. So this is something, it's a first party game. We could very well see that pop up again soon. Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, it did use the touchscreen a lot, but the 3D effect was used. But it's something I think will be okay if we don't have the 3D effect on it. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. And Mega Man Legacy Collection. I mean, we can already get this online right now. Mega Man releasing a lot of different collections online. So that were the 3DS games I recommend you guys get now before it's too late. And also some other games I think we'll be able to play eventually in the future. I would really love to hear from you guys, see what you guys think about that, and also look at other games you guys recommend. Stay safe, stay awesome. You're cool. Until we see you next time. Yeah.